let's say you bring in a new person. When a new recruit joins, I want to give them a boost of energy. So I say, "Oh, boss, I just got an order. I'll put in 100,000 points for you." And I was really touched that they came all the way here on their own. So where do you think I assigned those points? Now, that person is studying, even taking marketing classes. So they're going to check their own points, right? So do you think I put the points on the bigger side? Or did I put them on the smaller side? I put them on the smaller side. So what happens then? At this point, what's important here is, for example, let's say I brought in this partner. I brought in a partner, and as you know, I have a left and a right side. But for example, let's say I put this person on the weaker side. Then, as this person's sales suddenly increase, I might end up with an overflow. So, should I stop that from happening? Or should I just let it overflow? Letting it overflow is actually a good thing. I think this is going to overflow. Can I put it in tomorrow instead? Or like, it's okay until tomorrow, but can I put mine on the right side of my own account first, borrow it from you, and then add it for you next time? Some people ask, is it okay to do this or not? Never do that, everyone. What do I always teach you? Letting it overflow is a good thing. If you keep teaching this from the beginning, what happens is if you become too sensitive about matching this all the time, so you have to keep letting it overflow. That way, the other person also feels motivated and energized. But if you borrow that and put it into your own, then they start keeping track, thinking, hey, why haven't you paid me back? Imagine if you make a mistake later and forget to pay them back, for example, because there's just too much going on. Then that person becomes an enemy. So don't do things like that. It's not a good thing. That's why, for people who are receiving my training here, I believe there won't be any such incidents, since you've all been trained by me so much. So I put it in right away. What happened after I put it in? That person got really excited and started getting orders. And at the same time, the sponsor who brought them in was also getting a lot of orders. So with sales booming on both sides, what do you think happened? They were absolutely thrilled. So they went crazy, buying 1 million units, and that's the kind of work you do in Atomy. Who do you think should play that role? The leader has to do it. Why? When a beginner joins, there's a period when they're really passionate, a time when they're totally fired up. That period doesn't last long. Why? After getting rejected a few times and trying to sell a few products, they just stop. That's when you need to give them a real boost. At that moment, it's not about whether you have 100,000, 200,000, or 300,000 points. What matters is that you show your sincerity. They realize it's not just about my own ability. I can do this together with everyone. Even if it's just 10,000 points, if you show them a gift like that, they get really excited. So what did that person say? They were thrilled. I put in 100,000 points, you know. At that moment, I was so excited. I really wanted to give a gift. Then they said they couldn't recruit anyone. They said they didn't have any connections. And I said I couldn't force anyone to buy anything. But back then, you did make people buy, didn't you? Did we ever tell you to do that? That's what I said. You don't have to force anyone to buy. Just do as much as you can. But then the part-time sales started skyrocketing.